Next at 7, a teen shot and killed less than a block from his home. Why his family believes the killer was no stranger.
Whenever he got to get him out the house, he knew that person.
Plus a gamble that didn't pay off. How deputies were led right to a woman accused of stealing from an elderly couple. Coming up.
Tonight's primetime lineup on WESH 2 is sponsored by Orlando Health Heart and Vascular Institute, ranked top 50 in the nation by U.S. News and World Report.
Next at 7, a family is demanding justice tonight after they say a Palm Bay police officer's use of force led to a loved one being paralyzed. How the chief of police is responding.
A Central Florida bail bondsman accused of trading bonds for sex made his first court appearance today. What his attorney is saying about the charges.
Plus, a DeLand caretaker is accused of ripping off an elderly couple she was hired to help. How deputies were led to her to make an arrest.
Local, live, late breaking. WESH 2 News starts now.
A mother says her son is barely breathing on his own and can't do anything for himself. And now she and civil rights attorney Ben Crump are demanding justice and answers tonight. As
WESH 2's Gail Pascal-Brown reports, the family questions a Palm Bay police officer's use of force they say led to Thomas Farley being paralyzed. Palm Bay Chief Mario Aguelo released a statement late this afternoon saying in part, the moment my office was notified of this incident, a thorough examination was conducted through our professional standards division and our training sergeant, who is a master taser instructor. After an extensive review, it was determined that the officer legally and justifiably used his taser. The officer followed departmental policy, procedure, and Florida state statute.
A South Orange County family is heartbroken and demanding justice after a 19-year-old was shot and killed. Relatives tell WESH 2 Daquan Chester was shot and killed early this morning, not even a block from his home. Deputies responded to West Celeste Street and South Washington Avenue around 2 a.m. where Chester had been killed.
Well, we know he came home, unlocked the door, went into the house at 1:50. At 2:01, his friend was knocking on the door. So that's an 11-minute time period from being at home and being killed. So I don't know. It don't make sense. Somebody needs to make it make sense because it doesn't make sense.
The family is asking for any help or even surveillance video which may have caught something. Contact the Orange County Sheriff's Office if you have any information. A man accused of trading bonds for sex made his first court appearance today. Russell Moncrief is charged with human trafficking.
WESH 2's tonight, Gabriel spoke with his attorney about those allegations. In addition to human trafficking, Moncrief has also been charged with racketeering and unlawful use of a two-way communication device.
A Volusia County woman is accused of exploiting an elderly couple. Investigators say Yvonne Robluski from a couple in her couple's family says that she was behind some strange charges to their bank accounts. They say that she also opened a new car insurance policy and put herself on it as a driver. There was also a $15,000 credit card that was opened and maxed out.
This is lower than low, that you have somebody this old and you just go out there and you clean out everything they've worked for in their lives, so at least let them live comfortably.
She's charged with elderly exploitation and grand theft and fraudulent use of an ID. She's being held on a $60,000 bond.
Time now to turn our attention to the tropics.
That's right. The National Hurricane Center is giving an area in the Caribbean a 40% chance to develop. Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi is here with us now with the latest update on projected.
Yeah, let's take a look at the overall setup here first off, and then we'll take a look at what the global models are doing. You can see just a few showers and thunderstorms now trying to percolate here in the southern Caribbean. We've seen this the last couple of days. We're going to see more and more of this over the next couple of days, and then an area of low pressure may try to develop here as we head into the weekend and or early next week, and this could develop into a tropical depression, and again, it has a medium chance of developing right now. But when you look at the global models, the trend today is to try to take something up towards Jamaica, and then as that high begins to build back towards the east, it swings this more towards the west-northwest over some very warm Caribbean waters. Then, when you take a look at the longer range models, there is a cold front in the mix come late next week, and that's why you start to see the turning of some of the global models back towards the south or the east-northeast. That's because this high is going to slide to the east. That's going to allow for whatever does develop in the Caribbean to come north. Then the big question is, what is the net effect of this front on anything that comes into the Gulf of Mexico? We just don't know yet. because nothing's developed in the Caribbean. So what we would urge you to do is just keep checking back in for updates on the Caribbean. Once we get that settled, then we'll have a better chance for kind of determining what's going to happen down the road. Bottom line, nothing's going to happen until after Election Day. Trick-or-treat forecast looks good. The weekend forecast looks good. I'm going to talk more about them for you straight ahead.
All right, Tony, thank you. New at 7, fire crews were busy this evening battling a fire at a business located in the Regency Square Plaza. Chopper 2 flew over the scene. This is on State Road 436 near Jasmine Boulevard in Castleberry. We are still working to get details on whether anyone was hurt and what actually started this fire. In Commitment 2024, voters are casting their ballots on a proposal known as Amendment 1.
If it passes, it will require partisan school board elections starting in 2026. It has received relatively little attention, overshadowed by fierce political fights about other proposed amendments, including recreational marijuana and abortion. Supporters of the school board amendment say including party labels for candidates would increase transparency. State Senator Joe Grutters led the effort to put the proposal on the November 5th ballot.
This is for the voter. This is for full transparency. And I can promise you, we're way past the idea that these races are nonpartisan.
Critics argue the proposal is an effort to consolidate power by Republicans who hold voter registration edges in 85 Florida counties.
I don't understand why it's necessary. I don't understand what benefit there is to communities. We've already politicized our school boards, and at this point, why would we want to do it anymore?
The proposed amendment comes after controversies have disrupted many school boards in recent years about issues such as mask mandates during the COVID-19 pandemic and removing or restricting school library books.
Early voting continues across the Sunshine State, and here in Central Florida, there are some first-time voters. Students at UCF stood in long lines today for a chance to allow their voices to be heard. Many of the students we talked to say big-button issues are pushing them to the polls.
I've done my own research and tried not to have my parents influence me, because I know that our generation, your parents can definitely influence your vote.
The line, it was pretty long, actually. It was like all the way from like here to like all the way back there.
I'm not gonna lie, I felt a little anticlimactic. I think I was talking to two of the girls in line. I think it's because Election Day has a lot of chaotic energy. It's like everyone's in line, you're hungry, you're tired. It's like, yeah, we went in, took an hour, chit-chatted, drank some water.
I do care about women's rights. That's a big thing for me. I also care about equality and also healthcare.
WESH 2 is committed to making sure that you have all of the resources to cast your ballot. We have explanations of each amendment on the ballot and information about when and where you can vote. Just click on the Commitment tab online on WESH.com or the free WESH 2 News mobile app.
He was struck by lightning back in July.
And now he is getting ready to give back to his community. Still ahead tonight, what he's trading candy for this Halloween and how you can get in on his mission to help others. Plus,
the biggest mistake I see a lot of runners make is they'll miss training days because of injury or other life setbacks, and then they try to make up for it.
We are just over a month away from the OUC Orlando Half Marathon. Next at 7, advice for runners in training who may be hitting a wall.
Covering Central Florida, so you never miss a moment of what's happening. Every night at 10, Michelle Imparato, Jesse Pagan, and First Warning Chief Meteorologist Tony Manalfi. WESH 2 News at 10 on CW18. Local, live, late breaking.
This First Warning weather update is sponsored by attorney Dan Newlin.
with just over 5 weeks left until the OUC Orlando Half Marathon, runners are heading into the home stretch of their training plans, but maybe you hit a wall.
I think the hurricanes helped us all do that.
Yeah.
WESH 2's Sonica Dange caught up with the runner-in-chief for Runner's World to help answer some of your concerns that you may have as you get ready for race day. Oh, goodness, don't put hurdles out there, too. All right, you can still register to run the OUC Orlando Half Marathon on December 7th, day after my birthday, Michelle.
I know.
Head over to WESH.com for all the sign-up details. If the half is a bit ambitious for you, come celebrate with us anyway. Run the 5K. Team WESH will be running both, and we would love to see you out there.
What's been your biggest hurdle?
The hurricanes got in the way because we couldn't do as much training. And, you know, for me, I run solo because of our time of work. So it's just a long, boring 9-10 mile training run.
Oh, Stu needs a buddy.
No, it's just boring. It's just boring.
All right, Seminole County is celebrating the grand opening of a new economic development hub.
The center is aimed at empowering local businesses by connecting them with more than 15 different business support organizations. The space was designed to be open to every business in the county.
Our goal is for the hub to be a place of inspiration and growth, accessible to businesses of all sizes and types here in Seminole County.
There is also a multi-use space capable of hosting educational programs, networking events, expos, and hybrid seminars. The center is located on Seminole State College's Heathrow campus. All right, let's talk about your forecast now. It's been a very calm work week, a few showers here and there.
Yeah, I would say overall it's pretty close to perfect. Tony, will it continue?
In fact, tomorrow's a very important day as well, guys, as we have the trick-or-treaters getting out for Halloween. As you can see outside right now, we're in fantastic shape. Temperatures running middle and the upper 70s. We take a look at live radar. Not a whole lot going on here. A couple of isolated showers still rummaging across Osceola and over towards coastal Brevard County. Winds are still coming in off of the Atlantic, anywhere from 10 to 20 miles an hour. Gusts are, though, starting to come down. Earlier, they were close to 30 miles an hour, but that rip current concern and that high threat for some surf concerns does remain with us through the afternoon on tomorrow. Nearshore breaking waves 5 to 8 feet. Offshore seas running a lot higher than that. All right, evening planet looking pretty good. Mild, with a little bit of a light breeze. The out-the-door temperatures tomorrow along the coast running in the low to the mid 70s through the interior, 65 to about 70 from I-75 to the I-4 corridor. So breezy tomorrow afternoon, a mild morning, not a whole lot of rain in the forecast, a perfect recipe for the trick-or-treaters. Look at these temperatures tomorrow along the coast in the lower 80s, back through the interior, 83 to about 87 degrees. All right, let's get that 12-hour forecast now up there for Ocala. 9 a.m. 70. Low and middle 80s by early afternoon and just in time for the trick-or-treaters. The temperatures coming back into the low and the mid 70s. Volcano Bay looking good. The afternoon highs approaching 85, maybe 86 degrees. So from Thursday on into Friday, there's that big dome of high pressure sliding to the east. Get a little bit more of an onshore flow on the bottom side there of high pressure. So maybe just a few showers returning as we get you on into Friday afternoon. But for the trick-or-treaters, we're looking good. Sun sets at 6:41. Comfortable. Light breeze, 76 degrees. 8 o'clock coming in at 74. And no mention of any rain. Heading into the weekend, there's that front kind of slowing down, stalling on out between Jacksonville and Savannah. So as we head into Saturday and Sunday, a few showers out there, nothing too crazy. Seminoles taking on the Tar Heels. We're going to be dry there. UCF taking on the Wildcats. Maybe a brief shower, but warm. Look at these temperatures near 85 degrees. Greek Fest this weekend at Holy Trinity Church here in Maitland. 85, 86, and 85 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So let's put it all together now here for you. And we roll out that 7-day forecast. Temperatures staying in the mid-80s right through the upcoming weekend. The trick-or-treaters look good. Saturday night, just a nice little reminder here that you put those clocks back 1 hour so you get an extra hour of sleep. But the sun sets an hour earlier on Sunday. Back to work, back to school on Monday in the mid-80s. Approaching the middle and upper 80s on Election Day. 1 or 2 isolated showers out there. Maybe a little bit more rain towards the middle of next week. But once again, staying on the warm side.
Danielle Sharkey was struck by lightning back in July.
He is now out of the hospital and he is leading a Halloween collection drive. The 17-year-old is trading in chocolates and gummies this year for non-perishable food donations. So he started Cans Over Candy a few years ago. Sharkey will take all the donations to Second Harvest Food Bank of Central Florida. And now his family is encouraging all ghouls and goblins to consider joining in on the fun this year.
Nextdoor app. Just say, hey, on Halloween Day, I'm going to do this.
You can take part in Cans Over Candy no matter where you live. We posted the QR code to create your own team, or you can join Daniel's. Go to WESH.com right now and look under the As Seen section. The Seniors First Turkey Trot 5K is less than a month away.
We're getting people moving this show. WESH 2 is partnering with Seniors First again for the run on November 28th at Lake Eola. More than 4,000 runners, joggers, and walkers are all expected to dress up for the Thanksgiving morning run. Money goes to programs like Meals on Wheels. WESH 2 Sheldon Dutez is hosting the event. If you want to register, head to WESH.com, click on the As Seen on WESH 2 tab. We'll also have live coverage with WESH 2's Nancy Alvarez all morning long on WESH 2 News Sunrise, bright and early on Thanksgiving, before you put your turkey in the oven. We hope you will join us. Summer, thank you. That does it for now. Be sure to join us again at 10 on the CW18 and 11 o'clock right here on WESH 2.
And the news is always on WESH.com or the free WESH 2 News mobile app. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you for watching WESH 2 News. Get caught up on local news, originals, and more. Download the Very Local app and stream for free on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, iOS, and Android mobile devices.